This little 400 square foot garden right here outside our back door has been feeding our family year-round for the past few years. Every season we harvest something, and the key isn't having a huge garden, it's having a plan. Right now it's fall here in Pennsylvania, and we're harvesting the best carrots we've ever grown, checking in on our broccoli, and even pulling up our first peanuts. And right after this harvest, we'll be planting garlic in the same bed where the carrots came out, because around here, we don't let any space go to waste. Succession planting is the secret that keeps this little 400 square foot garden producing all year long. We plan every bed so that when one crop comes out, another goes in, whether it's fall garlic, spring lettuce, or summer tomatoes. So in today's video, I'll show you exactly what's growing right now and what we're harvesting and how we design and manage this small space to feed our family through every season.
Oh, Maddie, look what I just got. These are like the biggest carrots I've grown.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah, try to, oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Really
man.
beautiful.
Oh, man.
Look at this fat chunk. Whoa.
Wow, these are really nice.
Whoa.
Good job.
How about I pick this? Whoa, whoa.
These are awesome. Oh, I can't believe how many we grew. Look at these. Oh, you got one too?
It might sound kind of silly how excited I got harvesting these carrots, but carrots are one of those crops that can be very finicky to grow, and there's so much work and effort that goes into planting them and tending to them and making sure the soil is just right and fluffy and loose enough to grow really nice carrots, and it just doesn't always happen.
Look at that.
Wow.
See what they look like.
Oh, look at this little one.
Oh, that's okay.
For snacking?
It would be. You want to try it? These are perfect carrots.
Take a bite.
Oh my goodness. That's really good. Here, there's some. I might get that one. Here, try to grab some of these.
Okay. Can I help? Oh, wow, you got a lot.
Yeah, they're like huge. Look at these. Look at this carrot.
There's a lot of times where carrots are a complete failure, a lot less times like today when we harvested these carrots and they were just perfect.
Oh man, look at that. Look at these carrots. The fat carrots like this, these will store the longest. So this is great. I'm gonna store them unwashed in a plastic bag, and whenever we need them, we'll just pull them out of the bag and then keep them in the fridge until then.
And also wash them when you take them
We'll
out.
wash them before we use them, but they'll store longer like this. Learn this method on the More Than Farmers channel. They store their carrots that way, so we're gonna do that too.
Once I had finally harvested all the carrots out of that raised bed, it was time to start prepping that soil to plant the next crop, which is going to be garlic. Now, garlic is a crop that we typically try to plant in mid to late October. This year, we didn't get to it until now the first week of November, but that's okay. I don't think it's still too late to plant garlic. What you want the garlic to do is you want those cloves to just start to grow these little roots under the soil. You just want them to start to grow. You don't really want to plant them too early and have some green sprouts come up above the soil, because that can actually be problematic once winter sets in, and it might actually set it back once the weather starts getting too cold. And I have done that in the past. Nonetheless, we are planting the garlic today, and what we had to do, we had to remove any weeds that were in the bed, which were quite a bit, so we used our stirrup hoe. Me and Matthew cleared out as much of the weeds as we could. Once I did that, I added a little bit more compost, and I just used one of my grow bags full of soil. So once I did that, I raked it really smooth, and then I got out the garlic that I ordered from Baker Creek. It's a variety called Chestnut Red, and it's supposed to be a very good garlic. I have grown this once before. This is a hardneck variety that grows scapes in the spring, which is another nice thing to have because you can cook them and use them in a lot of different ways in different dishes. But I want to be able to start saving my own garlic cloves to grow for many years to come, so I don't have to buy them every year. So I'm hoping to, yes, eat some of this garlic next year that we harvest, but I want to save enough so that I can plant more year after year and keep growing the amount of garlic that I have so I don't have to buy it anymore. I plant the garlic maybe 2 inches deep in the soil, maybe a little bit more than that, and cover it. And then what I like to do is put a nice layer of mulch of some kind, and today we're using straw because that's what we've had. We just had a little bit of straw left from wheat that we actually grew in the raised bed right next to where this garlic is going to be grown. So that's kind of neat. But I do like how garlic is kind of a plant it and forget it kind of crop, similar to things like potatoes.
All right, I'm gonna pull some of these peanuts I had growing in pots here. I haven't done anything, so I'm curious. Look at that!
We got peanuts!
Look at these, Matthew! Come look at the peanuts. That is so cool. I think I only planted 1 or 2 seeds in here. Look, they all grew here. Isn't that cool?
The inside is the really big one.
Yeah. All the peanuts are on the inside. Here. This one, it looks like there were 2 seeds that... Okay.
Oh, alright. We still got
Don't pull them off yet. Let's,
we still got a lot of production. Dry.
Here, you want to pull this one, Matthew? You got to grab it.
Just like the carrots.
Oh, that's weird.
Huh.
There's only 2 on that one. The one that, yeah, there were too many in here. I think there were too many peanuts in there. Wow.
Oh,
Careful.
Matthew.
Show the camera.
That is cool.
Isn't that neat?
Alright, let's see what's hiding.
Yeah, it's got a couple on there. I might save these
There's
for
only 2 on this one.
growing more next year.
2 on this one. Alright, well, why don't you put it in the pile?
Wow,
over
this
there.
soil looks really good. I'm gonna. Alright. I got a couple on here. This is kind of neat. I never grew peanuts before. This is neat.
Can we save some to eat?
Well, yeah, we could try some, but I want to keep a bunch of them so I could grow a bigger patch next year. Oh yeah, there's one.
They kind of look like really small gingers to me.
Ginger?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They kind of look dried, and that's kind of like...
There probably would have been more if I actually did some weeding in here. That's cool.
Yeah, and if there's some really small ones, maybe 2.
Yeah, these didn't finish growing. This one looks like I had 3 seeds that sprouted. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I noticed when we plant too many in each pot, you don't get as many.
So now we learned that we
just put
either do
1.
2 or 3 maybe? Wait, no, 1 or 2, right?
Just 1. I think 1 was good.
If they got good germination, you'd have a good bunch of peanuts.
Yeah, the best one was the first one that only had 1 peanut seed. Had the most clusters.
These all are little.
This is kind of cool. Look, these are like little root nodules or something. That's neat. I have not dug any of this Jerusalem artichokes out since I planted them, and they're actually starting to invade this other bed. So I'm gonna dig at least this first row of it out. See, we'll put some in our dinner tonight. Oh yeah. There's one right there. Any more? They might be down further. Soil is super deep. Oh, there we go. Look at that. These are just here for whenever you need food. Look at that. There's like some big ones down in here. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. I might have chopped that one in half. That's really cool. We're gonna put some of these in a soup tonight. Cook them up like a potato. That's what you can do. Yeah. Really cool. We could just keep these in the ground until we want to harvest them, because I have harvested a few of these before, and what happens is once you harvest them, they kind of start to go soft, like within a couple days. So you really just want to keep them in the ground until you actually want to harvest them and either plant more or cook them. So I'm going to grab a couple of these. There's always these tiny little ones in here that are still going to root again next year. But I want to get at least this front row here out so they won't grow into this other bed so much. That's been kind of a problem. I've got a mixture of white ones and red ones. You can just tell. 2 different varieties that I got. Holy cow. That's the biggest tuber so far. That almost looks like a potato. Oh my god. I'm gonna hurt myself. Ah! There's quite a few on here. Look at all these. Wow. I'm not gonna want to eat all of these. Some of these are really good size. Wow. How cool is that? Holy moly. Oh. That's neat. Some of these I want to plant actually in my chicken tunnels. That's a plan of mine, to have these grow perennially in the chicken tunnel, because they can eat the forage without destroying the plant, because see how hardy these stalks are. So I want to save a bunch of these to plant in their chicken tunnels.
After a long day of harvesting and tending this little 400 square foot garden, this is the part that makes it all worth it. Everything in this bowl started right here. The chicken we raised, the broth we made, the carrots, garlic, celery, even the Jerusalem artichokes and dandelion greens we pulled from the garden today. We don't always have a completely homegrown meal like this, but when we do, it's a real treat. There's something about eating food that you've cared for from seed to harvest. It just hits different. You can taste the difference. This isn't just food, it's medicine. And every meal like this reminds me of why we keep doing it. The long days, the planning, the constant planting. It's all worth it when you can sit down at the end of the day and say, we grew this. Thanks for spending the day with us in the garden. If this inspired you to grow something of your own, even in a small space, that's what it's all about. If you'd like to learn how to design a small garden like this and grow food year-round right outside your door, I wrote a book called The 400 Square Foot Garden. It's everything I've learned packed into one guide to help you get started. You'll find the link below. We'll see you next time.